Hi everyone. So today's in this class we are going to discuss a very vital process that is helpful in our class 11, not only 11, in every class, in little bit higher class. That in a short video I am talking about the respiration. Respiration means that breakdown of food or something like that I was talking about. So you know how the food has been broken down. There are few steps. In steps the materials are broken down. The number one step it is written here, that is glycolysis. You know what is the meaning of glycolysis? The breakdown of glucose. Now you are wondering that why I am telling about glucose in the class, because we know that from the basic of the thing we have learned that glucose is the calorigenic food or the energy giving food, so that whenever we eat chapati, rice or something like that, we get energy. So respiration means what I said in the short video, that breakdown of food in the presence of oxygen to release the energy. So breakdown of which kind of food? That is the glucose or glucose type of food. Look, there is a chart, it's little hazy right now, but it is very easy. Glycolysis means the lysis of glucose, the breakdown of glucose. Okay, you will think that you will find out that respiration of two types: aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means breakdown of glucose in the presence of oxygen and produce huge amount of energy. Anaerobic respiration means breakdown of glucose in the absence of oxygen, less amount of energy. You have gone through it na in your class 10 also, in called that life process chapter, yes or no? So but in this video we are going to discuss the detailed view about the respiration, or we can say the glycolysis. Okay, not respiration, glycolysis. Look, there are 10 step process. Okay, the glucose has been broken down by glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose is broken down into glucose 6-phosphate by hexokinase enzyme. Then that glucose 6-phosphate will be broken down into glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate will be broken down into glucose 1,6-bisphosphate via the enzyme called phosphoglucoisomerase. Okay. Now glucose fructose 6-phosphate will be broken down into glucose fructose 1,6-bisphosphate via the enzyme called phosphofructokinase. Okay. Let me make things easy. Okay, the thing is that glucose has been broken down into glucose 6-phosphate via an enzyme, that's hexokinase. ASE, whenever the enzyme comes ASE, that means it is investing a phosphate. So we can say that this phase, this upper portion of the part is called as investment phase. Investment. Look, now you are in student, your mothers, your parents are paying for your study. That means they are investing money on you, so that in return you will give something when you become, what can I say, adult person, yes or no? That's why they are paying in schools in fees, or also they loved you too much. That is the investment phase. Investment phase means investing. So wherever you are finding hexokinase, that means you know that ATP is broken down into ADP. You know what is the meaning of ATP? This is a molecular currency in energy that is found in mitochondria, you know. Okay, that ATP is broken down into ADP. Adenosine triphosphate is broken down into adenosine diphosphate. One phosphate is reduced. Again, look, the name is kinase, phosphofructokinase. That means again the breakdown of ATP into ADP, ATP into ADP. Yes or no? That means broken down. So now here I am investing 2 molecules of ATP, 2 molecules of ATP. Okay, the thing is that the board is a little clumsy, I know that, but try to hear my voice, what I am saying in the class. Okay, 2 ATP is I have utilized, that means I have invested. Now this entire thing is called the payoff phase. Now that this will give us energy. What I said, respiration means to break down of glucose so that we can get the energy in the presence of oxygen. Energy means ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So via this pathway we will get energy. Our food would be broken down, but this is not a single thing, because glycolysis is there, that is occurring within the cytoplasm of the cell. You know what is cytoplasm? Gel-like matrix. Then it comes to mitochondria where the Krebs cycles happens. Then it comes to beta oxidations and electron transport chain. Then it comes to terminal oxidation or beta oxidation. The entire thing, from 1 molecule of glucose we get 38 molecules of ATP. But here we will see only glycolysis process, how many molecules of ATP we will get from 1 molecule of glucose. Okay, now fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and DHAP. DHAP full form is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Okay, Now this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate via an enzyme called glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Here 2 molecules of NAD plus is reduced into 2 molecules of NADH plus H plus. I will come. What is NADH? Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Now it forms the 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate via the enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase. It is converted into 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, that is 3-PGA. Now we will think that, sir, you said kinase. Yes, I said kinase. Kinase means here energy will produce. Energy will produce means from ADP we will get ATP. It is easy. Yes or no? From ADP we will get ATP. Now ATP means energy. That means food is broken down and we are getting the energy. Via 3-PGA we are getting 2-PGA. 2-PGA matlab 2-phosphoglyceraldehyde via the action of the enzyme phosphoglycerate mutase. Just rearrangement. Okay. And after that we are getting phosphoenol pyruvate via the enzyme, via the help of the enzyme, and the name of the enzyme is enolase. So enolase is converting 2-PGA into phosphoenol pyruvate. Acha, how many of you have heard the name pyruvate? Tell me. If you gone through the equation of aerobic respiration or something like that, we will definitely found that glucose is a 6 molecule compound. Yes or no? When we break the glucose, we get via the process of only for the process of glycolysis. Only I am talking about the process glycolysis. Yes or no? So we get from that 6 carbon glucose we get 3 carbon pyruvate, 2 molecule of pyruvate. Okay. So these are the 10 steps to convert that glucose into pyruvate, so that we can get the energy. What I said, we will get the energy. Yes or no? That is why we are getting the ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Yes or no? Okay. Come back to our business again. The 2-PGA, that is 2-phosphoglycerate, is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate via the enzyme called enolase. Yes. Now I think you all can see that phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvate. Now I was talking about it via the enzyme pyruvate kinase. Again the term comes kinase. Kinase means again ADP will be converted into ATP. This is the not investment phase. This is the called payoff. Payoff means you have done so many hard work, like you have studied for day and night for NEET to crack national eligibility cum entrance test, doctor test. So you have done a lot of works, and then after that strenuous work you will get a reward. Yes or no? That is called a payoff. That means you are rewarded with something. Yes or no? So now let's do a simple mathematical things. How many molecules of ATP we are getting? As I have mentioned, ATP is the energy currency. This is only for the glycolysis process. Yes or no? So let me think about it. So let me wash it first. Think about it later. I will wash. I need to wash this portion only. Okay. Okay. I am just rubbing this portion so that it should be understood by you all. Okay. So the thing is that in that entire process, I have invested 2 ATP. This is my investment. Yes or no? And via here, what I am getting via this single, I didn't touch this dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and neither either I have not told about the triose phosphate isomerase enzyme. So this portion is totally blocked. I have not said any words about the DHAP. I have only told about this line. Yes or no? That is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, 3-phosphoglycerate, 2-phosphoglycerate, phosphoenol pyruvate. But I didn't talk about that. So in this chain, what we get, that we will getting 2 molecules of NADH. Yes or no? Plus H plus. Yes, that NAD plus is reduced into NADH. 1 ATP here, 1 ATP here. That means we are getting 2 ATP. This is the thing we are getting, and this is the thing we are spending. Yes or no? So you will think that, sir, what you are doing, sir? In glycolysis process, you are investing 2 ATP, you are getting 2 ATP, so net product is 0. No, it's not 0. Look, this is the bidirectional sign, because this DHAP is also going to convert into same. So this line will be run again. This is not a single line. This line will be run again. Okay. If this line will be run again, then what will get? Another 2 ATP. Yes or no? Same process by same line. We'll get another 2 ATP. So how many ATP will get then? Total will get that 4 ATP. Yes or no? And where I am investing 2 ATP. So net gain is 2 ATP. But in Google, in book, you will find 8 ATP. Then this is a question will arise. Sir, how you will say 2 ATP? In Google it says 8 ATP. In NCERT 8 ATP. How it is formed? Okay, listen carefully. So, one molecule of NADH, NADH, I forgot to write AD. One molecule of NADH will give 3 molecules of ATP. Okay, it will give 3 molecules of ATP. Okay, so how many NADH molecules are there? 2. So 3 into 2, that means 6 ATP. Yes or no? 6 ATP. So 6 ATP from 2 NADH. 6 ATP from 2 NADH. So 6 plus 2 equals to 6 ATP plus 2 ATP equals to 8 ATP. Is it clear how the 8 ATP is coming? Okay. If you say that, sir, nothing more, because after that we will discuss about the Krebs cycle. I was thinking that 2 ATP, 4 minus 2, 2 ATP, 6 ATP, DHAP. Okay, so this is for today, boys and girls. So in the next video we are going to discuss about the Krebs cycles. Krebs cycle, that means this pyruvate will be converted into acetyl CoA, that is called oxidation, and this acetyl CoA will enter into the Krebs cycle. Okay, and so many things are there. So hope you will understand this video regarding the glycolysis, where the glucose is broken down into 2 molecules of pyruvate, where we can get either 2 molecules of ATP if it is only I am counting the ATP, or we can get the 8 ATP if I am counting the NADH. Okay, so via a single cycle of glycolysis, only the process of glycolysis, we are getting 2 molecules ATP if you considered only ATP, and if you considered that NADH, then we are getting 2 ATP plus 6, yes or no, 6 ATP via 2 NADH, that means 6 ATP plus 2 ATP equals to 8 ATP. Okay, in the next sessions, what I said, we will go for the Krebs cycles. Okay, thank you.